First thing first, let's learn more about the Angular and this default application that we just created. The application itself was generated by Angular CLI. The team behind Angular also uses this default application as a preview and also to show you more things that Angular can do. For example, we can see some of the features from Angular directly here, like we can maybe generate new components or maybe see the whole documentation of it. We also have access here to Angular blog, which is the community part of Angular, and also we can see the other technologies that could be integrated in Angular, like Angular Material. Also, we can see how can we build the Angular application for production. For us, this default application is not, at all important because we will soon remove it fully. So talking about that, let's jump into our code. In my Visual Studio Code now I can see my application. Visual Studio Code is just the code editor that I prefer, but you can use the one that you prefer. In the folder structure of this Angular application, we can first of all see this angular.json file. This file will hold all of our setup and options for Angular application, but we will come back to this file in the next video. As I already mentioned, Angular uses a TypeScript, so here we also have tsconfig.json file, which is file for configuring the TypeScript for our Angular application. Next to these files we will also have package.json, packagelock.json, and also node modules folder, which are all important for our third-party packages that we can use. As we can use third-party packages directly in Angular applications, we will do that in this video as well. We will install packages like Bootstrap for our styles, Chart.js and Highcharts for our charts to present the data. Main files for our application are nested in this src folder, which is source folder. Here we have our files for our app, our assets, and different environments and setups that we can use. In this app folder we can see all of the main files for our Angular application. For example, if I would open up this app.component.html file, I will see all of this code which is currently presented on my screen. So for example, if I would grab entire code here and remove it, and I would use h1 element with hello world, now I can save this file. Upon visiting my local host, I will see, I don't have that default application from Angular anymore, but I have this hello world text at the top left corner. By that we can confirm that app.component.html file is a main markup file for our application. If we would now open this app.module.ts file, here we will see this app component being imported, and also it is passed here in this declarations array. You see, this app.module.ts file is main file for our application. So for us here, as developers, this is quite important because all of the components, services, features, different modules will at the end need to be imported in this file. Only then Angular will be able to compile those from TypeScript into JavaScript. Talking about that, we have this main.ts file down below. If I would open up that file, here you will see this setup for the Angular application. What we can see here is that app module, our app.module.ts file is imported here, and it will be used as a Bootstrap module for our application. This means whatever is in this module at the end will be passed as a Bootstrap module for our Angular application. So it will be compiled and also served in our browser. When I say browser, I do also think our server when we deploy our Angular application. Now that we learned more about this Angular application, let's install the technology that we will highly use through this project. When I say technology, I mean Bootstrap. So when we use Bootstrap, we don't need to mess much with markup and stylization for our application, as that is obviously not the main goal of this course. The main goal is to create the COVID-19 tracker application. So let's go into the next video and install it.